Well, police have finally arrived as the community of Riverlea, south of Johannesburg, continue living in fear. Just last night, a standoff between police and illegal miners led to gunshots in the area. And this after rounding up the Zama Zamas after 5 bodies were discovered in the area as well on Sunday. Now, of course, we understand that residents say they live in fear and have called for increased police visibility. But our senior reporter, Aviwe Mtila, is in the area. Joining me now with the very latest regarding the standoff. Aviwe, a very good morning to you, colleague. What's the very latest coming out of Riverlea?
That's one, Mampa. He said within a minute.
Good morning, colleague. And the police have finally arrived. In fact, when we were leaving here yesterday, there was about just a handful, of course, with that, I'll call it a standoff between the Zama Zamas just across the road here, where they managed to apprehend 5, with the rest actually running away, at least 3 dozen of them. We do understand the JMPD then came in later on in the evening, and just to get more details now on what has happened, let's say, since the majority of midnight coming to the morning here, I am joined by the Deputy Police Commissioner in the Gauteng province, that's General Mtombeni. General, thank you for joining us at eNCA, but maybe do give us an indication on the delays. Why did it take so long for the police to get here? Because when we left here, the police weren't on the scene. And maybe just an update on the number of arrests that have been made.
Thank you very much, Aviwe, and I would like to say also to the viewers, I must indicate that the deployment, as the Minister have directed, it has taken place. I know for the fact that yesterday you ran a program of which it has shown the members, those who were not firm. I must indicate that we have made a deployment like yesterday night up until this morning. And this morning, the workforce, which you can see, the workforce are here. I understand that you're saying you could not see the workforce. For example, I've seen you walking and you had a broadcast on the other side of this area.
That's this morning, General. We've seen, yes, there's a heavy deployment this morning. Yeah. But why did it take longer than the 24 hours that Police Minister Pegegcela promised from the time that he left here? We really haven't seen much action from the police except for this morning.
I must confirm that the deployment, not necessarily, though the Minister have indicated or have given his commitment to the communities out there on the street. With the deployment, more especially for the tactical response team, we started on Saturday, because Saturday I was here closer to this proximity in terms of public order policing, the TRT. Yesterday, the deployment, yes, in terms of where you were doing the broadcasting, you could not see the members in there because the General Zulu, who is one of the senior managers in the South African Police Service from head office, she was also deployed in here. I think at one stage you happened to come across with her. It was not only General Zulu alone. She had a contingency of the workforce. But I'm not so certain whether you have seen that, because sometimes when you do a broadcast, you find that you are on this space, the police, they are on this other space.
Okay, General, I want us to then maybe zoom in on the issues here. We've got these informal settlements where it houses a lot of the illegal miners. You've got just across the street the illegal mining activity, and we've got tunnels going there. Not far from here, some 500 meters or so, is a police station. How then is this allowed to happen when there's just police around the corner?
Let me say this. In terms of Operation Shanyela, we were here last week Thursday, the provincial operations, dealing with the issues of the illegal mining in this policing precinct.
But just on Sunday, sorry General, but just on Sunday there were 5 dead bodies just not far from where you are that were found following that operation. Yeah,
correctly so. The 5 bodies is the bodies which have been picked up here across the street, of which we have made a deployment, as I've indicated that we have made a deployment on Saturday. But you'll find that the deployment, when you're having a deployment here, they're not covering the other areas. And that actually happened. But what I must indicate to you in terms of your question, indicating that there's a police station and it's across the street and all those other things to say. We have been here in terms of Operation Chanyela. And what we have done, we have dealt with the illegal mining. But what is core is to ensure that we deal with the other role players, the Department of Mineral Resource and Energy, the City of Johannesburg, in terms of sealing those manholes. As you know, for the fact there's one here, there's another one here. But in the Johannesburg, we're having, I'll say, 5 prioritized, including in Roodepoort, including in Florida, so that we can be in a position to can deal with these people on the ground.
But generally, we haven't dealt with the illegal mining. It's still continuing. And even this morning, they were still crisscrossing this very road. And we are told reliably that there is issues of corruption. Police not wanting to work with JMPD, police receiving kickbacks from I'll call it the bosses of the illegal mining. Hence, it's led to happen, because it is realistically being led to happen by the police here.
I can confidently say to you, we are dealing with the issues of illegal mining. The crux of the matter is the main holes, which we have to deal with the issues of the main hole collectively. So you seal the holes, there will be no activities in the mine. The issue of corruptions, yes, indeed there's a corruptions of which we deal with. But you have to take note that in terms of the illegal mining, there is a level 1, level 2, and a level 3. The DPCI or the Hawks, they are dealing with the issues which are on a higher level. For example, we had a project in West Rand. This project, we terminated the project last year in October, where we arrested 6 suspects, of which 5 of them, the bail were denied and the accounts, bank accounts were freezed. We got 17 vehicles, high-powered vehicles, out of those people, of which currently we are dealing with the state forfeiture for those vehicles. So you might not see it as we are saying we are not dealing precisely with the issues of the illegal mining. And as I'm saying to you, Thursday we were here and that deployment happened. And indeed, those 5 bodies of which we have picked up in there, it happened. But you'll realize that, like now, we are deployed here, me and you, we are just standing in here. There is other places, across the road, of which you might have these activities happening. But today we have tried to spread our wings in terms of covering those areas.
All right, General Mthombeni, the Provincial Deputy Police Commissioner of Gauteng, just on the latest and, of course, the operations happening in Zanampilo. We do understand that the latest number, of course, of the arrests that have happened even overnight stands at 20 at this moment.
All right, that's where we leave it for now. Aviwe Mtila, the issue around illegal mining and Zama Zamas, of course, infiltrating parts of Zanampilo as well as Riverlea, just south of Johannesburg. Well, the police saying that they are on top of it. This at the back of the deployment by Police Minister Begicele. Aviwe, of course, reiterating that visibility by the police wasn't as immediate as promised. Further, just elaborating on what residents have been complaining about, saying they haven't been seeing enough police visibility. But, of course, the Deputy Police Commissioner in the province saying that they are on top of this matter. We'll be, of course, tracking down the latest developments.